Cam Newton.
His personality is not fit to be a practice squad or a backup quarterback.
Cam, you ain't trying to play for real, bro.
Bring him in for this month. It don't go well. All our dirty laundry finna be aired out that podcast.
It's conflict of interest, but you can multitask, man. You can get both done.
Take a playoff caliber team and keep them at that same play. Who's to say Cam could do that?
One got the numbers, one let the game on. Two different voices, never the same. Mic on fire when the truth collides. It ain't just one story, must be two sides. Must be two sides.
So, man, look, hey, I seen something interesting, man, recently. I seen Phillip Rivers getting signed to play quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts at 44 years old.
Yeah.
Now, you know, that's cool and all. You know, Phillip, he's a baller.
Cam Newton didn't like it.
Cam Newton.
Didn't like it.
He's a prominent media figure these days.
He is.
On First Take regularly.
He is. His own show, 4th and 1.
His own show, 4th and 1. Hey, he's doing his thing. Shout out to Cam.
He is.
But he felt like that was a slap in his face.
The Colts bringing back 40-year-old Phillip Rivers for a workout. Would you work out for Indy if they call?
Yeah.
You would go for a workout if a team call right now?
Yeah.
You still in shape though, Boog. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta call it. Your boy, you're still in shape.
Bro.
You're still working out.
But, man,
That's great. For 44 years old, coming out of retirement.
it's almost like a slap in my face, bro.
It's like,
I ain't gonna lie.
So my thing is with Cam and other players that go into these type of podcasts and a media career, does a media career signal the shut off for your playing career? Like, is it a distraction? I'm not sure how people would look at it. Like, going into the media.
It depends. It depends on what you're saying on your platform. Because we have a platform. I don't think you said anything that would be detrimental towards a team or towards a specific player or position group to where, like, if they bring you in.
But these guys ain't watching our podcast.
But here's what I'm saying about Cam Newton. People are watching his podcast.
Sure.
He has a very demonstrative voice. Like, he has a big personality, big platform. So he said a lot of controversial things, calling out quarterbacks, calling out who he's better than. And he said it before. His personality is not fit to be a practice squad or a backup quarterback, which he has gone on these podcasts to say, give me that job. No, Cam. You're a starter. You say that. You have too big of a you can't keep this show up what you're doing and all these wild takes that you said and think that people just finna welcome you in a locker room with open arms, and then now guess what happens? Now your head coach, your OC, and your GM and your owner got to answer for everything that you said because now you're a representation of them. And who cares if you said it 2 years ago? You said it. And the way that social media is nowadays, like, they can bring up anything and make it relevant again. So, like, do I think that when you go into the world of podcasting and journalism, it's the end all be all? Nah, because we saw Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson go on and do a hell of a job on national TV, like for pregame shows and things like that.
Sure.
But when you go into the podcasting world and you start telling some behind the scenes, closed door stories, and you start talking about, you know, stuff that normally gets left in the locker room, people look at you like, well, we bring them in for this month, 2 months, it don't go well. Now all our dirty laundry finna be aired out too on that podcast in the year after that. Like, that's what teams are thinking of now. So I think when players like Cam do one, I think also, let's look in the mirror. What did Cam do his last couple of years in the league? Was he
too much?
He wasn't Cam that he was the Superman Cam.
Right.
So it's like teams look at that. Why am I gonna bring in a quarterback that's gonna cost me $1 million plus? And I got to bring him in. He got a big personality, may not clash with, may not get along with the OC, may not agree with this, may be very, boisterous in the meeting room. And it's like, we bringing all this in for 6 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you got a guy like Phillip Rivers, since he's retired, he been coaching his son's football team. You ain't heard from Phillip Rivers. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
he got two big kids there.
Exactly. He busy. You know what I'm saying? But Cam got a lot of kids too.
Oh, yeah.
Cam got a lot of kids too now. Come on now.
I forgot about we don't want to go to Cam's kids.
They both got Phillips is all about one wife. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for him, he's living a very low-key, quiet life. He played in that organization. He's familiar with that playbook. Why not bring him in? You know what I'm saying? Now, look, that is a slight to, like, I thought it was a slight to the 31 other practice squad quarterbacks that's out there in the NFL right now, or the third stringer emergency quarterbacks. But let's be realistic with the situation. They're not starters. They're not guys that can come in and
haven't done it before.
And they're not guys that can take a playoff caliber team and keep them at that same play. Who's to say Cam could do that? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say Phillip can do it? I was going to say, who's to say Phillip can do that? But what my thing is, you wasn't getting exceptional level play from Daniel Jones where he's moving outside the pocket, he's running RPOs, he's just getting the ball to his playmakers and handing the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. Phillip Rivers can probably do that.
Yeah, I believe that, man.
I don't sit here and advocate for guys like that to get jobs, though. But, like, say, for instance, you've been retired for 2 years, team on a playoff run, they say, we need an experienced blocking tight end. You think I'm going to feel some type of way about you getting a job?
Of course not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're a man for the job.
Hey, look, I'm still open for business, man. Hey, my phone, it works.
Still in shape.
Yeah, man. But sometimes, even Cam making that comment, it might have just been content, man. Like,
they're looking
Cam,
at,
you ain't trying to play for real, bro. Like,
they looking at that like, this is exactly why we not.
This is exactly why, huh?
They like, this is exactly why. Like, he's just too boisterous. Like, you know, we want some. You heard from Phillip Rivers, the most popular thing you heard was his first presser, where the guy said, "What's your playing weight?" What was it? He said, "It's certainly not what it was when I walked off the field, Greg, in Buffalo." Like, we do know, you know, because you just took a physical to get on this team, so we know you know your playing weight. But that's all you heard from Phillip Rivers since that press conference.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so it ain't podcasts to keep up while UNC's and things like that. Like, I remember Patrick Peterson, he was starting his own podcast, so he would literally do the game, do his interviews, and then go on the field to do the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how focused are you on the team? Not to say that you can't multitask and things like that, but that's things that GMs and owners have to start taking into account. Like, are you focused on us or are you focused on your personal brand? Because they don't like when y'all focus on your personal brand. Unless you're a star.
And that's a whole nother subject. That's we need to focus on our personal brand, because when y'all done with us, y'all kicking us straight to the side. And if you ain't got no personal brand established, you might be SOL out here. So,
Thanks.
Hey, it's conflict of interest, sure, but you can multitask, man. You can get both done.
I think you can. I mean, we see Amon-Ra St. Brown do it every single week, but you're also talking about face of a franchise.
Yeah,
never gotten any trouble. Like, even carries the organization with the utmost regards when he's on that podcast.
He's on there,
So it's like he ain't saying nothing that's throwing people under the bus or creating clickable viral moments. Like,
you know who we haven't seen a lot of lately?
Who?
On podcasts? Michael Parsons. I ain't seen too much of the crazy stuff he was saying.
And maybe that's Lambeau thing. Maybe that's Green Bay thing. Maybe they like, you can't do that. Jerry's world, you do whatever you want. And you remember the conflict that it created in Dallas.
Yeah.
Where his own teammates were like, maybe if you would get off the podcast, or I can't believe you came on here and said it. Like, it's just too many distractions that it can cause on your team. Like, when you got a podcast and weekly viewers every week, and you out here calling your teammates out, and you got to address fan questions about the lack of play or this and that, it's like, bro, that's not a good thing to do in season.
Yeah, man. He probably a little hurt about getting kicked out of there like he did. So yeah, go a little silent and put your head down and work. Ain't nothing wrong
Podcast
with
to be
that.
there when you get done
It
playing
will.
for the season.
It will. For sure.
Thank you for watching and sticking around to the end of this video as we discuss college football legend Cam Newton, another guy who is shaking up the college football landscape, Sharon Moore, and all the controversy surrounding his name. We dive into this other side of the story that you might not have heard right here at this link. Join us.
Stand for the truth, otherwise take a knee. Made it to the league, now we gotta take the lead. Must be two sides.